Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you guys my Bitcoin story. Hopefully with the story you guys can learn a bit more about Bitcoins and learn from the mistakes I made when I've traded Bitcoins. So I first heard about Bitcoins back in 2012. I had a gaming computer and I was able to mine, basically create Bitcoins with my computer. At that time, we can actually create around zero point 0.5 Bitcoins a day, which I found kind of interesting. Just basically using your computer to do some calculations, and I can create zero point 0.5 Bitcoins. At that time, Bitcoins were worth around $10 US. So I made around $5 US a day. I mean, it's free money, right? This also was free because of the power. I was living in university residences, which had unmetered power connections. So I could just, do all the calculations I want, generate, I was kind of a lot of power was needed. And I could do that all I wanted and it was fine because, well, I wasn't paying for it. So I made around 0.5 Bitcoins a day. And I did this for quite a while. In fact, during the summer it got really hot in my room because the machines were just constantly running and, producing a lot of heat. Well, at that time, I decided to sell them immediately because I thought, you know what? It's money and I want to secure it. This Bitcoin thing, I didn't know much about it and I didn't know much if it really had a future. So I went on and just proceeded to sell my Bitcoins. I ended up mining around 33 Bitcoins in total, and I sold them for around 300 something US dollars. And that was that. I didn't think much about it. The Bitcoins weren't profitable to mine anymore after a certain amount of time because it got harder and harder to mine and it became less profitable. So I kind of just stopped and I just didn't care about Bitcoins after that. Well, fast forward time 2 more years, in 2014, Bitcoins completely exploded. The price went from 10 to 1,000 US dollars. That was when I went crazy. I thought, I really shouldn't have sold my Bitcoins. I had 33, and if I kept them, they would be worth like 33,000 US dollars, which is insane. Well, I went around at that time and I just tried to find if I had any residual Bitcoins left. And it turns out, I did have some Bitcoins lying around just randomly, in some wallets. So I actually managed to scrape basically the scraps of what I did before. And I found 2 Bitcoins and just sold them for $2,000. That was insane. That was like a throw ride. Just basically picking up the scraps that you left before, the bits of Bitcoins that you couldn't be bothered to collect and just selling that for cash. That was just a really interesting experience. I mean, there was a lot of regret in there for, not keeping more Bitcoins, but there was also this kind of excitement about finding just, Bitcoins lying around on random accounts. So fast forward to this day and why I'm making this video. It's because recently I got much more interested in investment and I kind of thought about my experience here and I was really inspired by how by just taking a leap, by doing something, I could have generated revenue. I could have made a lot of money. And that was kind of interesting. It's a goes to moral story. If you do something, you're going to open opportunities for yourself. The mistake I made, of course, was just keeping them and not keeping any Bitcoins around. But I think the whole experience made me more knowledgeable about Bitcoins. So now, fast forward to this day in 2016, Bitcoins are a bit less expensive. They're around 400 US dollars per Bitcoin. And the good thing about them now is that they're much more stable. They're still worth quite a considerable amount of money. So I started mining again. I started basically going back and putting back some of the money I made back into Bitcoins. I think that's quite important as well, just by doing something. And this is something I really, really want to stress. I really didn't want to go to Bitcoins for such a long time because I kept thinking I had the potential of making money and I'm like a bad person for not taking that opportunity up. Or saving some Bitcoins or whatnot. But these are things that could have happened. And it's what's important is what will happen. So, from that learning, I really wanted to push myself to go back into the game, learn more about it. There's a lot of exciting stuff going on in the Bitcoin community. There's also a lot of excitement going on in alternative coins like Ether and Ethereum. So anyways, I'm making this video to kind of tell you this my story and my inspiration for going back into Bitcoins. And also hopefully you guys would learn from some of my mistakes that I've made. If you guys want to hear more about Bitcoin stories, please like this video. I want to kind of gauge the interest on this topic. And if you want to hear a lot more, subscribe to my channel. Guys, thank you for watching.